Keter class, the least predictable and most likely to cause trouble. When I think of SCP monsters breaching containment, these ones are always front of mind. They're not always the most dangerous, but they're definitely the hardest to apply the founding rules of SCP to: secure, contain, and protect. Some have already escaped and have been hastily recontained. Others seem to come and go as they please. So let's take a look and see if you have any ideas on how to keep them in containment cells, behind bars, or otherwise immobile. Hello horror heads, and welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos. I'm your horror host, Keegan Hughes, and today we're counting down the top 5 SCP monsters most likely to escape. If you can't get enough of the Foundation, make sure you check out our top 5 scary SCP Foundation videos right over here. Fantastic, let's get going. Coming in at number 5, we've got SCP-076. That's right, we're talking about Abel. Of course he's one of the most likely to escape. It seems to be all he does. Well, at least for a while there. He is a superhuman soldier hell-bent on fighting until he can't anymore. And every time he's mortally wounded to the point of death, he'll just come right back. There's no real way to stop this insatiable warrior. You've just got to give him a good fight until he's ready to move on. The Foundation has attempted to appease him before, but it never works out too well. For the time being, he'll be used on dangerous missions, but good luck trying to get him not to destroy whatever the target is. Just consider his abilities and wonder if total containment will ever be possible. He's ripped through reinforced steel security doors with his bare hands. He's got speed like a cheetah. He can take multiple high caliber bullets to the skull and keep fighting. He can deflect bullets like a Jedi does blasters. He can go an hour without oxygen and essentially pulls gigantic swords out of nowhere. So good luck holding a guy like that down. Nukes and other huge blast radius weapons have worked, but if he's gonna respawn anyways, why bother destroying everything? 076 enjoys the act of killing, but causing pain holds no attraction, so he'll kill and kill and kill and move on to the next thing. Hostages and non-warriors probably hold no sway over his mind, so all Abel wants to do is get to the next place and kill more people. At one point they put an explosive collar on him to keep him under control, but that didn't work out too well in the end either. While maybe a little easier to deal with than all the others on this list, I wouldn't be surprised if 076 escaped a few times during the making of this video. Good for him. Coming at number 4, we've got SCP-682. Another classic for the classic pile. 682 is probably one of the most popular SCPs going and has recently seen a bit of a visual change on the wiki. Always interesting to see things change like that. The first line in 682's special containment procedures is SCP-682 must be destroyed as soon as possible. It's that dangerous. The thing is, nobody seems to know how to do it. It's nigh indestructible. Of course, its resistance to damage isn't the main thing that makes it dangerous. No, its complete and total hatred for all living things is. This huge reptile thing is highly intelligent and strong and uses both of these talents to try to escape so it can kill more stuff. To prevent this from happening, the Foundation regularly submerges 682 in hydrochloric acid and reacts with full force to any attempt to move, speak, or breach containment. Hell, even Foundation personnel are barred from attempting to speak with 682 for fear of inducing a rage state. You don't want the rage state. All these precautions barely do anything to keep this beast in check though. It regularly escapes containment and goes on rampages, all while recovering from acid immersion way faster than any living creature should be able to do. Upon escaping, mobile task forces have to be ready to respond as fast as possible. The Foundation requires each cell have at least 7 members before engaging. Anything less and everyone involved will probably die. No one wants to lose a bunch of soldiers for literally no gain. Other anomalies have been tested on 682 to see if they can incapacitate or kill it, but none have succeeded. Even the deadliest of deadly anomalies have minor effects on 682, and it seems as though none have been successful in inflicting long-term damage. It's well known for a reason. Coming in at number 3, we've got SCP-1048. Who could have seen this one coming? When 1048 was first introduced to the Foundation, it appeared to be a simple teddy bear with the ability to walk around and hug folks. Aww. It was labeled safe and left to roam the facility, spreading joy wherever its tiny teddy feet would take it. Oh, those gullible fools. After some time where 1048 was given free rein, it became apparent that they should have kept a closer eye on the stuffed toy. The thing could be literally anywhere, and there could be any number of horrid little clones made out of whatever material it got its grubby little hands on. After disappearing for a little while, 3 new teddy bears appeared on a Foundation site. They were decidedly uncuddly and were made of some dangerous, nasty materials. One was made of ears and could induce little ear tumors to grow extremely rapidly in the bodies of all who heard it scream. Another was made of scrap metal and proved its deadly efficacy by jumping through a person, left one hell of a hole behind. And the last one is made of human flesh and blood, underdeveloped human flesh and blood, seemingly extracted from a uterus. Not pleasant. After the initial attack by these three terrifying teddy bears, they all disappeared. The original SCP-1048 hasn't been seen since. They could be biding their time in that very same facility, making new teddies out of even more grotesque materials, or they may have escaped already. So don't take autonomous teddies lightly, okay? Coming in at number 2, we've got SCP-106. As long as the Foundation has expendable personnel, things shouldn't go too badly with 106. However, one slip up and it could make its way out into the world at large, which I don't think too many civilians are ready for. The cell that the Foundation uses to attempt to contain 106 is expensive, complicated, and largely useless at actually holding it in one place. What this holding cell does is provide a place for it to return from time to time. It might slow it down for a little while too. Great. But that's all it really does, because this SCP can escape anytime it likes, which seems to be a bit random, but hey. It's an old man looking dimension hopper who can move through solid objects, scale walls, and leaves decay wherever he roams. 106 is known for snagging folks, dragging them into his pocket dimension, and torturing them endlessly. It'll consume whatever it takes eventually, but doesn't seem to hunt out of physical necessity. It doesn't get hungry, it just wants to kill. Usually it'll attempt to go for prey that is grievously injured. With this knowledge, the Foundation has found it helpful to break a few femurs from time to time to lure 106 in during a hunting event. Nothing else seems to sidetrack the thing. Containment breaches do happen often, but at least there's some sort of backup plan. It's unfortunate that the backup plan involves snapping femurs and broadcasting the victim's paid screams over loudspeakers though. Oh, and then they also get pulled into 106's decayed torture dimension. Yeah, this one isn't that fun to deal with. And finally at number 1, we've got SCP-1440. The Foundation could try to contain this one, but it would all end up the same. I'd say regardless of excellent containment procedures and unforeseen leaps in technology, this anomaly would find a way to escape. It wouldn't even have to try. 1440 appears to be an old man. Nobody knows how long he's been around or where he comes from. He just constantly walks around in indeterminate patterns. Doesn't appear to age and doesn't like to stick around in any particular area for too long. If 1440 remains around human populations or man-made objects for an extended period of time, bad stuff starts happening. Bad stuff. The longer he sticks around, the more increasingly destructive events will occur. This will keep happening until everything is destroyed or he moves along. At one point, the Foundation attempted to contain 1440. Wrong choice. He warned the folks around him that he needed to keep moving or everything around him would be destroyed. He told them that 3 brothers would appear and the arrival of the 3rd marks doom. They didn't listen. Eventually, the on-site nuclear device detonated for no apparent reason, killing everyone but 1440. Since then, the Foundation attempted to contain this man 3 more times, all with similar results. So when it comes to likelihood of escape, 1440's freedom seems to be more of an inevitability. Harry Houdini has nothing on these anomalous escape artists. I can't think of a single thing I would do differently to keep them in one place. They're just too slippery. And deadly. I think that might be the more important trait. So, what'd you think of the list? Are there any SCPs you think would escape faster? What about harder, better, or stronger? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more effervescent ones from the top 5 shocking horror movie deaths you never saw coming, part 2. Christian Morrow says none of these have anything to do with electric shocks. Downvoted. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. All my best laid plans ruined. Anders Lothgren says, the ending of The Mist always got me thinking, what if the crazy religious lady was right? And when the child died, the monsters disappeared. That was my first thought when I saw the movie and that scene played out. That would take the horrifying irony one step further now, wouldn't it? Boy, that's got layers. Sydney Coombe says, I think Kirby's death in Scream 4 was one that shocked me and I didn't see coming. If that shocked you, what'd you think of all the recent Scream announcements? Could Kirby be making an unexpected comeback? Michael K. Wood says, hey, you got a haircut. Well, and I hate to do this, but actually I got a few of them cut. It wasn't just one. And Yabe Martinez says, what's in your manga collection? I think I see Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like lots of old like Shonen Jump magazines, like, you know, the big boys. I think I got some Dr. Slump up here, some Reborn, all sorts of stuff, the classics. You do see Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's all the time we have for today. Before I let an Italian baby in a mafioso suit shoot me in the head, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more loose security measures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Baby in a mafioso suit shoot me up and blah, blah, blah. Before I let an Italian baby in a mafioso suit shoot. Wow, why did I write it like that? back in action, baby. He's a superhuman soldier. Ear tumors to grow extremely. One was made of ears and could. The original SCP-1048. One slip up is all it takes, and. Oh, and then when they get pulled into. Oh yeah, and then I'd say regardless of excellent containment procedures and unforeseen circumstances. Effervescent ones from the top 5 shocking horror. Okay, apologies, I ran out of card space. We're just gonna go back to where I just was. Heyo.
What an idea.